What's up, guys, and welcome back to Tennis channel. And today I'm with Brandon, my friend again.
We're back to bring you more rackets.
Yeah, and what is this time?
So it's Steam season, according to Mr. Jonas from Tennis Nerd.
Yeah.
So we are going to be testing the Pro Stock versions of the Steam 100 and the Steam 99.
Yeah. So this one, the Steam 100, it comes a little bit low weight. Actually, it's the actual weight.
It's normal, yeah, because
it's normal.
the retail version of this, which was the BLX Steam 100, the original model was about 295 grams.
This
So-
one is exactly 295, and swing weight is like 283, which is
Yeah.
a little bit low. But I put a leather grip on it, so now it should be like 305 gram, and I put some lead over here,
So
so
bump up the swing rate a little bit.
yeah,
So
it should be allowed like 320 at least.
yeah, because this one comes in stock form, 305 grams and 289 swing weight. So with strings, we're about there on both rackets. So
Yeah.
the specs are quite similar.
What are the differences between these two?
So the Steam 99, the Pro Stock model comes in two string patterns. We're testing the 1618 today. There's also a 1619, which I believe Alex Di Minor has switched to. The Steam 100, hence the names will imply the difference. Hit size difference. There's also string pattern. That's a 16 by 20. Yeah. The Steam 100 is one of the most popular women's rackets on the Pro Tour, used by a whole host of them. Emma Raducanu, Paula Badosa, Ostapenko, Anisimova, and quite a lot more. Yeah, so very popular racket because it's supposed to deliver a good amount of power, stability, and the RA is supposed to be high for the retail racket, but we'll see about that.
Yeah. And actually, can you hold this
Yeah.
a little bit? I also have a retail Steam 100 over here.
He made it black and red,
Yeah.
like a Jordan kind of color. The
Oh,
red could be a
it's
bit brighter, but yeah.
It's like a homemade Pro Stock.
Yeah, the signature thing about the retail Steam 100s were the 4 white grommets in the middle. The newer models now they don't have that anymore. So if you look on tour previously before they switched to the V9, all the ladies using a Steam 100 had this 4 white grommets at the first 4 strings in the middle. So they've changed that now, so you can't. It's not so easy to tell on TV whether they're using a Steam, but you can tell usually by the shape. So I think you can show them like these are exact. These look almost exactly the same. I mean,
Yeah.
the mold is exactly the same.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see for the camera, the mold is exactly the same. You can see the grommet hole perfectly
Yeah.
matched. Yeah,
And then the difference between the 99 and 100, the throat is slightly different. If you look at the yoke over here, there's a bit of an angle going on over here. This one's flat. It's more rounded off. So I'm not a master in understanding how like design is going to affect the aerodynamics of this racket. I mean, only unless you're using an arrow, then we really talk about the aerodynamics of the racket. But we'll test it out and see how they play different.
so to not confusing you guys, I grip the Steam 100 with black oak grip.
Yep, and then the
white
99.
oak grip is for the 99.
Yep.
Yeah, and for the both racket, we strung it with restring sync 17 at 50 pounds on the main and 48 pounds on the cross.
Yeah.
Supposed to be okay. But this one I got the 017 on it. But it's the strings that
Yeah.
we are very familiar with.
Well, we've all played with the Steam. Both of us have played with the Steam 100 quite extensively, like the retail version. So we'll probably have a good idea of like whether there are particularly any differences. Whether it's just we're not gonna try. We're trying not let the biases of it being a pro stock affect like the play test. Yeah,
All right, let's get into the test.
let's go.
Okay, back with us, Tan and Brandon.
Yeah, but we just tested the rackets over 2 days.
Yeah.
That's why we're at a different place now.
What is your impressions, Brandon, on these two?
Okay, so
Why don't we go with the 100 first?
yeah.
Right.
So Steam 100, one of the most popular rackets on the WTA tour, for good reason. I mean, um, I've been hitting with the retail one back in Singapore. I've played with the Pro Stock maybe once or twice, but not like in a serious like testing session. So this one, like compared to the retail is a very good racket in its own right.
Yeah.
I think I have it.
Okay, these are the retail.
This is the original one,
Yeah.
and then he painted his to look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, glossy as well. So it looks pro stock before it was actually pro stock. But yeah, so comparing the two, like when we hit with that as well, we spec'd it up the same, both with a leather grip, both with we added weight to make them the same swing weight.
Yeah, and strung with the same string,
Yeah.
same tension. Sync 17 at 50 pounds. Both of
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
So I think the power on this racket is amazing. It's a really good power frame. It's not soft by any means, like for example, like an H22 kind of soft or like a Corda kind of soft. It definitely is more solid, very good contact, not much dampening, I would say. But I think on the Pro Stock, it just feels a lot more stable through contact when I'm like going for a big shot. Like on the retail one, like when you go big on your forehand, for example, like there's just some instability through the contact point. It doesn't give you as much confidence to really like go through the ball when you're going for a shot. The Pro Stock has I would say slightly better connectedness to the ball, especially like just from the sound and the vibration that you feel when you make contact with it. It just feels a little bit more it's dumb to say like Pro Stock-ish, but like that's really the word. You gotta feel it to know it. But yeah, I wouldn't say that like it's a very, very big difference. Would you say?
Feel wise, I don't think it's that different.
Yeah.
But it's different. But probably like 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right. This one is super solid. It's more stable. This one, when you hit big or when you have to deal with heavy balls from the other side, I think it's a little flimsy. And this one even have a higher swing weight. And that's
Slightly,
why
is it?
you can see that I have to put some lead at 3 and 9. Yeah, but it still doesn't help. But that one,
Yeah,
is super solid.
there's no lead at 3 and 9, but the stability is better. Like
Yeah.
when I'm especially like stability matters even more on defense than offense. Like to me, like when you're running behind the baseline trying to counter punch shots, when your follow through isn't as big, you really want the racket to be torsionally stable and not to like shake on impact, so that you can get like a more solid redirection of the ball. But it's definitely better on this. We played it both in singles and doubles, and like you can definitely feel like the difference when you're trying to redirect like fast balls or just like chip back the ball when it's coming really fast at you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the slide is great as well. And I think when you bounce the ball just
Sorry.
like this on the retail, you can feel the flex. It feels like a softer frame, but
Yeah.
but when you really place, it's
Yeah.
not.
Which may be good for some people. I would say that like if you can't find a Pro Stock, the retail one is really good as well. But
Yeah.
these are incredibly hard to find in the retail market as well, because as Tennisnet says, they don't make these anymore, right? That's why like you see more Pro Stock versions of this than the retail ones. I think like we have collected the most retail ones out there. But yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of.
Yeah, we got a lot of the retail ones because
Yeah.
they're really fun to play. Like it's a popular racket for a reason. Yeah.
And the serve is really good
Yeah.
with both of these. The backhand, if you go through the ball, if you drive it, you can feel the ball like really powerful.
Yeah.
The pace is good. The forehand, the spin is great. I think the launch angle is a little bit too low for my liking, but I always have this for like 16-20,
Yeah.
every 16-20.
And also you've been comparing it directly to a 16-18.
Oh yeah.
So on a relative scale, like the 99, we've been playing that like together with the 100. It's got even though it's 1 square inch smaller, which it feels quite negligible, but like the 16-18 string pattern really opens up the string bed a bit more, gives you a bit more launch. So side by side, this definitely feels like a much lower launch angle compared to the 99, which we are going to talk about right now.
Okay, so in summary, the Steam 100 is a super solid racket, retail or Pro Stock. But
Yeah.
if you play a little bit higher level, I recommend the Pro Stock.
Yeah, you probably got to add more lead to the retail one.
Yeah.
Or depending on the QC also, right? Like depending on the QC on what you get on these frames. But all the steams that we found, they've never been overly heavy on the swing weight side of things.
And I think the good thing is you don't have to like heavily customize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just add like 3 grams of lead. And
Yeah.
it's super solid. So Now I understand why
Exactly.
it's so popular.
And I
in
think both
WTA.
yeah.
Right?
I think there's not many men play with the Steam on the tour other than
Mhm.
Demonor, but he uses a 99 and then 1619 pattern. But like I think if you're like social competitive kind of player, like the Steam's a great racket. Like it's
Yeah.
better to me. It's a better power racket than a lot of the stuff that's offered by current companies.
Mhm.
Like it's better than most of Wilson's power lines.
Yeah.
That whatever they sell right now, this is a better power racket, and it's got good controllable power.
With just a little bit extra price.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so the 99, this is a 99 square inch frame and 16 by 18.
Yep.
So the string is more open, as you can see. So the launch, the first thing that I feel is the launch is so high.
It's very aggressive.
It's
Yeah.
launchy,
The launch angle.
But I think you may not like it, but I like it really much because my swing is I keep the racket face
Yeah.
close, so it works for my forehand.
Yeah.
Like it works really good, and I can like get the ball in shape.
Get
like,
really good
Yeah.
shape on the ball. He had a crazy passing shot just now with the 99. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do like you can go with a low angle as well.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way: you don't have to worry about hitting it to the net.
Yeah.
The only thing that you have to worry
It's
is
controlling the angle of your
Yeah.
closing the racket face in time.
and get
Yeah.
enough spin on the ball
Exactly.
so it doesn't fly out. Yeah, I think it works for my game better than that one,
Yeah.
which is a little bit unexpected because I played with this one before. I like it. I
Yeah.
like the Steam 100, but now I think this one works for like my forehand more than the 100. But for the backhand, it's a little bit weird to like drive through the ball. It's like the ball still gets some spin on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because generally on the back end, like if you
Mhm.
don't have a very like loopy kind of swing,
Yeah.
you want to be able to drive through the ball more.
Yeah.
And you want a slightly denser string bit to give
Mhm.
you that like safety and that control so you know where the ball is going. I think with a very open string pattern, like your backhand, like you really need to like be aware. If not, you're gonna get some random launch angles that you don't really want. But yeah, I prefer this on the double hander for
Hmm.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. So for me, the 99 for the forehand, the 100 for the backhand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to test this in the version that Demonor uses with a 16 by 19
Mhm.
to have a slightly lower launch angle. But that's really like nitpicking. Like it's a great racket all around. Equally hard to find as the retail one. Like I mean as the Steam 100, equally hard to find as the retail Steam 100. There is a Steam 99 out there, but they're really hard to come by. Yeah. And I mean overall, like I completely agree with Tennis Nerd. Like these are rackets that Wilson should start making again.
Mhm.
Like I'd probably eat up some of their other lines that they have now, but
Yeah.
like it will sell well. Like it's so even at the retail version comes at 295 grams unstrung. Like it's a perfect weight to play stock or to customize. You can sell it to both men and both to ladies as well. I think everyone can. There's a place for this racket in everyone's hands. You know, yeah.
So I think in summary, I would say these are the People Pro stocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a little bit more thing. I think this one is softer, the 99.
It
I think
is,
it's
for
softer.
sure.
The ball sits a little bit longer, and it has that pro stocky feel.
Yeah.
A little bit more than that one.
That flex that
Yeah.
you like to feel at contact. This is definitely really just more solid. You'll feel a bit more vibrations when you make good contact, like a power racket. That one, when you make contact with it, you're gonna feel it bend a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like the other, even like closer to like the H22 kind of a feel.
that
to
kind
it.
of feel.
Yeah.
So, okay, I would say I prefer the Steam 99 Pro stock.
Yeah. I think hard to pick one for me. I mean, I think depending on the day, I think if I'm playing doubles, I would pick the one with the lower launch angle.
Mm.
But for singles, like 99 is a really good racket, especially if you want to like shape the ball, you want to play behind the baseline and hit with a lot of topspin. Like excellent frame for that. Feels very aerodynamic as well.
Yeah.
You can really whip the ball where you want it to go. Just that for me, like if you go too fast with your racket at speed, like you may not close the racket face in time, and that's gonna cause it to launch a little bit. So for me, maybe I'd add a little bit of a weight in certain places to get the racket closing a little bit earlier so that I can get to control that a little bit more. But yeah, excellent frames. If you want to get your hands on one, you can contact us and we'll see what we can do because we have a lot of retail ones and a lot of pro stock ones. But yeah. So
All right. I think that's it for today. And Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.
More videos coming. Take care.
Yeah.